And welcome back to the program. Ranked choice voting is coming to Portland in November. Still a bit confusing for a lot of us. So how will it work, and will it be better than the system we have now? We spoke with a reporter from Alaska after that state adopted ranked choice voting. Here's what he had to say.
Well, joining me now is James Brooks, a reporter with the Alaska Beacon in Juneau. And James, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, well, first I want to give some background because Alaska's voters passed a ballot measure back in 2020 to adopt ranked choice voting. It was used for the first time in 2022. And Portland voters voted to change the ranked choice voting 2 years ago. The city plans to use it for the first time in this upcoming November election. So in Alaska, what was it like the first time that ranked choice voting was used?
Alaska got an early start because our longtime Congressman Don Young died before the 2022 election. So the first time ranked choice voting was used in Alaska, it was actually for a special election. And we had 48 candidates enter that primary before the first ranked choice election. So it was quite a circus to start with. But in Alaska's system, those 48 candidates were winnowed down to 4, and because of somebody withdrawing, it was winnowed down to 3 for the first ranked choice election. And one of the candidates is somebody you might be familiar with, Sarah Palin, and then there was also Nick Begich, another Republican, and a Democrat, Mary Peltola, and Peltola ended up winning both that special election and the regular election that followed.
Sounds like a circus.
It certainly was.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot to cover there. But now, since then, has ranked choice voting affected how people campaign or how candidates go about getting elected?
One of the things we saw in that U.S. House election was remarks on how nice Mary Peltola campaigned against her 2 Republican opponents, and that seemed to resound with voters and contributed to her victory. It seemed that niceness, working with other candidates, both in that race and in legislative races, played well with voters.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, has it impacted the number of voters who actually turn out to vote?
It's too early to tell because we've only had both the special election and the one general election so far. But I'll be interested to see this year if turnout changes significantly. 2 years ago, we didn't see any significant changes. This year will be interesting because it's a presidential year.
All right. Well, that ballot measure that switched Alaska to ranked choice voting passed with a slim majority, barely over 50% at the time. Does it seem to have more or less support now, 2 years later, among the general public, do you think?
I think it's about the same, but this time around, there's more people mobilized to campaign against ranked choice voting. We didn't see a strong no campaign when it passed initially. This time around, there's a larger no campaign.
All right, and I want to learn more about that. Who is behind the push to repeal ranked choice voting in Alaska?
Generally, it's coming from socially conservative Republicans. Sarah Palin, who lost in that first round of ranked choice voting, said she wanted to be the first person to sign the petition to repeal it. And that's the kind of folks we see voting against it, urging people to vote against it this time around because they feel like they're disadvantaged. Ranked choice voting is designed to funnel votes towards moderates and bring things towards the center. So if you're on the far right or the far left, which doesn't really exist in Alaska, you feel disadvantaged by it.
And I'm curious their explanation on why they say that they were disadvantaged, because I know that there are some supporters of that repeal effort say that they were misled when ranked choice voting was first passed. Can you explain their feelings on why they feel that way?
There's been a variety of feelings, but there was an extremely large advertising campaign for ranked choice voting in Alaska, and it was a 3-part ballot initiative. 1 part dealing with campaign finance, 1 part dealing with an open primary, and then another part dealing with ranked choice voting. A lot of the ads were focused on the campaign finance reform, and so people tended to think they were voting for that more than ranked choice voting or the open primary.
I see. Well, getting into the weeds here, I know the push to repeal ranked choice voting has a legal challenge against it now. Can you tell us where that legal battle stands?
Yeah, that's been in trial right now in state superior court. I expect that to go to the state Supreme Court, and those justices will ultimately make the final decision. Based on the evidence presented so far, it does appear that the repeal measure is headed towards a vote this fall. Based on what I know today, I don't expect that to be stopped. but it remains to be seen, and it'll be in the hands of the justices before too long.
James Brooks, thank you so much for taking the time. Anything else that you think we missed?
I think we've covered it.
All right, a lot of information. James, thank you so much.
Thank you.